Digitales is a digital storytelling project involving people from across Europe making short films about their lives.
Digital Tales es un programa, es un proyecto para que personas particulares de diferentes países de toda Europa cuenten su historia a través de pequeñas películas.
Tak mi otec povedal s mamou, aby sme išli kúpiť sako. Tak sme išli do mesta v Kežmarku. O chvíľu sme sa prechádzali po meste, tak som zazrel tento krásny oblík. Boli tam zelené, modré, ale aj hociaké. Tak som si vybral práve modré sako. Chcem ho nosiť vždy. Nosím ho pri každej slávnosti, ale aj pri nejakej príležitosti. Čím som starší, tým kabát je menší. Chcem ho nosiť až do 20 rokov. Aj keby sa dalo do hrobu. A to navždy.
We adapted this method, so they didn't have any equipment there, so they didn't have any laptops or any computers. So we adapted the method and did the story circle, which I'll talk about in a minute, and got them to write scripts. So we had a Slovakian filmmaker running the workshop, doing it in Slovakian. And also we sort of took pictures with them, and they also borrowed the digital cameras and took lots of pictures themselves. So they were really excited with the digital cameras. And so they chose the pictures that they wanted and to fit their script. And then we actually edited, so we did the editing. So this isn't the full-scale digital storytelling, where the person makes the film from beginning to end themselves, but it's a sort of an adaptation to get their story. Yeah.
So it was a whole group that participated together.
Yes. Yeah.
Este era un caso especial porque se realizó en un centro comunitario allí y entonces no tenían medios, ni equipos, ni ordenadores, ni cámaras digitales. Entonces uno del equipo de ellos participó y todos juntos hicieron las fotografías, el material y fueron ellos los que lo editaron. Esto no sucede así normalmente. Normalmente sería la persona la que se encarga de todo, desde las fotos a escribir el guión y hacer la película, pero este era un caso especial.
Hi, my name is Nali Ahmed. I was born in 1984. I lived in Kurdistan, northern Iraq. I was a student. I completed primary and secondary school. When I left my country, I was 17. I lived with many wishes and hobbies on my mind. But once I had gone, all I could think about my family and friends, especially my mom. I crossed the border illegally into Iran. I walked through the mountain, and after 2 or 3 days, I reached Turkish border. I then went to Greece on a small boat. It took 2 nights to cross the sea. It was then a big ship from Greece to Italy, Italy to France by train, and then France to Dover by ship. I got to Dover on the 26th of December 2001. I stayed in Dover 2 nights, then traveled by coach to Leeds. I have been Leeds for 6 years. I like Leeds, it is a beautiful city. For 5 years I waited for a decision from the Home Office about if I can stay in the UK. It was a waste of 5 years of my life because I couldn't do anything. No work, no school, no plan. I now have a refugee status and I wish success in the future. In the end, as always, home is best. Thank you.
Se me olvidaba comentar anteriormente, no he mencionado, he omitido el hecho de que se trataba de artistas refugiados. En este caso se trata de un artista kurdo y que nos narra su historia huyendo de Irak hasta que llegó al Reino Unido y el proceso para lograr quedarse allí, si se puede quedar, si no se puede quedar.
And you saw there that there was quite a lot of use of drawings because he didn't have many photographs, so we were quite sort of creative with creating new pictures and using a mixture of photographs, like you saw there, which can be quite a fun way of expressing.
En este caso, como han podido ustedes ver en la pantalla, tuvieron que utilizar muchos dibujos porque él no disponía de muchas fotografías y fue una manera divertida de trabajar. Un ejemplo con dibujos, fotos. Un ejemplo de animación. Se trata de un grupo de jóvenes de Cornwall, que fueron los que realizaron este trabajo.
But you ain't got to be a writer just to understand it. A tag's a name, a persona that you gain after years of playing the game of painting your name. It's always what I was till about 7 years past. It took a lot of time for my skills to surpass. From simple block letters to 3D shapes, my styles developed and changed with age. Rat-a-tat-tat, that's the sound of my can. I'm the kind of geese that go straight insane if I see a blank wall, yeah. I love to scroll, my art lives within myself. It lives inside my brain. My tag's just like I feel and I feel insane.
It's a slightly different way of expressing yourself through rap and animation.
Es una manera un poquito diferente de expresarse a través de animación y rap. Otro ejemplo.
My name is...
It's very dark.
Yeah, never mind. You will see that on the credits in the end of this video. I grew up in 3 different countries. Life has forced me to move place to place. I have been living in warm places and in cold places. I have seen many sights and different faces. Blue, yellow, red, green, and mixed ones. Am I green or yellow? Well, let's figure it out later. Later, I might be feeling sad, happy, crazy, or confused. Confused and full of excitement, 3 years ago I went back to where I was born. But people treat me as a foreigner, like they treat me here. Some treat me good, some treat me bad, but they treat me as a foreigner. One day I will find the right place to live. I hope so. Where are you from? Where are you from? People ask me that everywhere I go. Think about that. I could be you and you could be me. I could be from Asia, Europe, Africa, or America. An alien, for sure I'm not one. For me, the most important is not from where we are, but who we are and where we are at. Well, this is not the end, but just the beginning of finding out where do I belong.
Esta persona que ha realizado el vídeo se está preguntando en el vídeo de dónde es y nos habla un poco sobre la sensación de sentirse extranjero en todos los sitios a los que va.
Okay, so how do you make a digital story?
Así que, ¿cómo se hace una historia digital de estas?
It's very easy.
Es muy fácil.
Maybe. Not really. A workshop runs for about 3 to 4 days.
Los talleres duran en torno a 3-4 días.
And you could divide it into 2 parts.
Y podrían dividirse en 2 partes.
Part 1 is gathering your materials. So it's finding your story and writing a script and then finding images to fit your story.
La primera parte consistiría en recoger los materiales, encontrar el tema de la historia que queremos contar, escribir un guión y empezar a encontrar fotografías que vayan con la historia.
So once you have your material together, part 2 is editing your film using simple free software such as Windows Movie Maker or iMovie. And you could also add music or sound effects, again, as long as it's copyright free.
La segunda parte consistiría en la edición de la película. Para ello se puede utilizar software fácil, gratuito, como Windows Movie Maker o iMovie, ambos gratuitos, y también añadir música siempre y cuando no tenga derechos de autor.